I like what the Celtics did going out getting Porzingis. But I think it's fair to say that the Milwaukee Bucks are the favorite going into the season to win the NBA championship.
And Chuck, with that being said, what is the biggest message for Adrian Griffin, knowing that Dame was a star in Portland, Giannis is used to having the ball in his hands, late game situation. What is that message for both guys to buy into we ball, because it used to be in me ball late game situations?
Well, I think it can benefit both guys because, number one, Dame has always had to do everything by himself. So it's going to be nice for him to play with somebody. Number one, let's don't leave out Chris Middleton. So I think it's going to be beneficial to both guys. You know, Giannis, I think the one thing he's going to have to learn to do, and I've always thought it was the one weakness of his game, he's got to learn to play without the basketball. It's going to make the game easier for him. You know, he used to bring it up going downhill. Now, if he get out on that wing, I think he's going to get a lot more easier baskets in the full court. In the half court, him and Dame, man, and Chris. I mean, you think about it. When they won the championship, their pick and roll was Chris Middleton and Giannis. Now you're going to have Giannis and Dame. Man, that is going to be explosive. So Giannis, I think, is going to really help him, but it's going to definitely help Dame because he ain't going to have to do it all by himself. He's going to have two guys, not one. He's going to have two guys they can get a ball to, and he don't – like in Portland, anytime – you know, you go back and look at Portland, every big shot they've had the last 5 to 7 to 10 years has been him making a Hail Mary from half court. Now he can make that shot, but now he's going to have Giannis and Chris Middleton. So, man, it's a great day for the Milwaukee Bucks. And I'm not upset with what the Suns did. I mean, obviously, they already made their big move going out getting Bradley Beal. I think they're probably – well, I don't want to say they're the favorite in the West because, man, I love what the Lakers have done. I mean, you take your head off to what the Lakers have done this summer. I think them and the Suns are the two favorites because I really think the Nuggets lost some good players, man. I think the Nuggets lost some good players. I don't want to disrespect the champs. But if you ask me going in, I think the Lakers and the Suns are the two favorites in the West. In the East, it's the Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks.
So you heard what the man had to say about this team and what he thinks of their chances moving forward. Now, I want to take it a step further. Here are the reasons why I think this is a good trade, because some people are a little bit skeptical of it because they lost some key players, especially on the defensive end. To me, if you look at the Milwaukee Bucks, and I just want to quickly reference basketball reference, no pun intended. I want to reference some of the Milwaukee Bucks stats of last season. As you guys know, the Milwaukee Bucks, they had a regular season record of 58-24. They were the number one team in the Eastern Conference. That year, get this, they were scoring 116.9 points per game. That was 8 out of 30. They were 8th, right? Opponents' points per game was 14th. Offensive rating, they were ranked 12th, around the middle of the pack. But defensively, they were 4th. So whenever you bring in a guy like Damian Lillard, you're going to bolster your offense. And in the case of losing a Drew Holiday, let's do the reverse. Imagine if the Milwaukee Bucks last season, and we all know that Drew Holiday is an excellent basketball player. And by the way, if I'm the Clippers, I find a way to go after Drew Holiday. Some people are like, no, I would keep. Listen, his defense is underrated. I would find a way to go after Drew Holiday if I am the Clippers. That's just me. I think any team that gets him is going to get better. That's just my honest opinion. Anyway, back to this. Imagine if instead of going up against Drew Holiday, I'm talking about Jimmy Butler, imagine if he had to go with Damian Lillard. How much energy do you think Jimmy Butler would have to exert trying to guard Damian Lillard? Do you think Jimmy Butler was going to be able to shut down Damian Lillard? Can anybody shut down Damian Lillard, really, in a playoff series? Damian Lillard gives you so much of a premium on offense that I think it negates the loss of Drew Holiday on defense. Dame gives you what Dame gives you more or gives you on offense is greater than what Drew Holiday gives you on defense. And to me, I think Dame makes that offense way more dynamic. And I think he actually unlocks other players even more especially players like Chris Middleton. Giannis, well, those days of doubling and all of that stuff, that's over. You're now possibly going to be seeing one of, or if not the most lethal pick and roll in the entire NBA.